Hi, it's Grace. So today's video is a 3-marker challenge. I'm so sorry this video is late for this week, or I guess last week. I don't really know. It's late, that's the point. Anyways, you guys may recognize the 3-marker challenge from 2016 when it was a really big thing and a lot of people did it. Don't know if a lot of art YouTubers do it now. I mean, I don't really watch other art YouTubers, which probably sounds bad, but it's the truth because then I feel sad and inadequate because I have a fragile ego and low self-esteem. Anyways, yeah, I'm here. I'm late to the trend, as usual, and I am doing the 3-marker challenge with a skin-colored marker, because I just couldn't figure out how I would do skin without a skin-colored marker, an orange marker, and a purple marker. So I laid down my skin color. Copics always tend to look really patchy when you first apply them, but like they bleed together and look more even and seamless. Also, that marker was kind of running out of ink. So that's another reason it looks like she got a bad self-tan. Although as the color like dries, it starts to look better. And I'm using the orange to fill in the hair and do some of the basic shading. She looks a little bit like Ronald McDonald right now. But it's okay. Also, she has no eyebrows, so it looks scary. But we're just going to work through this. And then I added the purple to the lips, to the eyes, eyebrows, just to give it like definition. And I also used the purple to fill in the pupils and shade the hair, which I am doing right now. I did lose some of the original definition I had in the hair, which I regret. By the end of the piece, it was kind of all turned into this muddy brownish color, which is why I broke the rules. I know, I'm such a rebel. I'm so cool. No, I'm not. But like I do see a lot of other people doing this on YouTube where like they do the whole marker thing, but then they also take out like white paint or a gel pen or whatever because they know that you cannot get, like, no matter what you do, Copics are always going to look better if you add white highlights, and that's just the truth of the matter, so that is what I did. I added white highlights. Anyway, so I went over all my shaded areas, and I'm blending together the skin color and the orange color to make sort of a more natural transition. Darken the eyebrows, added some shading to the shirt with the skin color. And if there's one thing you regret doing with this piece, it's definitely the shirt shading, because I think that the way I did it makes the shirt look like kind of dirty, like she got foundation on her shirt, which I do with my white shirts sometimes when I'm wearing like concealer. And then honestly the face was pretty basic. This piece didn't take me a super long time. Normally they take me about an hour or 2 hours. This took me like 30 minutes. So I decided to add a dark purple background just to make things a little more visually interesting and make it so she wasn't standing in like a sea of white paper. Added more shading to the hair, which by the way is like the cutest bob, and I wish that when I had a bob, my bob had looked like that. Like I had a bob and it looked like a straight up mullet. It was really bad, and I also did it like the first week of freshman year too. So like new school, new state, and everyone has long hair, and I was like, oh, gotta differentiate myself. The best way to do that is obviously to make disastrous hair decisions. So now I'm just darkening up all the values. The nose looks a little ridiculous, but I promise that when the Copics fade, it looks more normal. Also, probably when I add a white highlight in the center, it will look more normal. I went over the lips again, so she has a little bit like dark lipstick kind of thing going on. Define the face. Oh, and I added a little bit of shading around the smile area so it looks more like natural, and like, because when you smile your cheekbones pop out and stuff, and less like she's just smiling but the rest of her face isn't moving. And then I got bored with the little rectangle that I did, so I added some like wavy lines to like soften it up and, I don't know, make it look visually interesting and appealing, which is always the goal, is to look visually interesting. And yeah, I think that that's pretty much it. Like I said, it was a really, really simple piece. I did go in, I tried to use my gel pen, but my gel pen didn't work, as you can see before. So I did go in with a little bit of white paint and a paintbrush and added in some little details. But all in all, really simple, quick piece, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm actually a little surprised with how the orange, the purple, and the skin tone worked out pretty well, and I'm probably going to hang it on my wall, because that's what I do with the pieces of art that I like. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Sorry that this week's video was so late again, and yeah, have a nice day. Hope this wasn't a terrible waste of time.